Hi and welcome back to Utopia, where we believe knowledge is power. My name is Sue Robertson. I am here to empower you through knowledge and motivation, and I am not a professor. Let's get learning. Today we're talking about the characteristics of a Taurus male, and I have to admit this is actually my second attempt at this video. I was editing my videos with I can show you. My adorable editing glasses. So I was sitting there like this and I was looking at my video and I was like, I sound even more like a valley girl than I usually do. I couldn't listen to it, like vocal shrills all over the place. So I was like, you know what? Let's just film this video a second time. Maybe it will be even better. At least hopefully it will sound better. Consider yourself welcome. Now, the stereotype for the Taurus male is the hometown boy. He is traditional, he's very homey and cozy, he's incredibly stable. You know who he is, he knows who he is, and he's probably not going to change that much. I mean, he's basically made to be a father and a husband. He will build the IKEA furniture. He's there every single day. He loves traditional cooking. He loves food in general. And he has a stable job and a really nice career usually. Like not a gigantic flashy career, but just like a very stable and large income. Yeah, basically he's super husband material. So if you haven't already, then you should definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will get my next video in 3 days, where I'll talk all about how to actually get this hometown boy. But in the meantime, let's talk more about him. I'd say the biggest stereotype surrounding Tauruses, except for that they're stubborn, is that they're just gigantic foodies who love Netflix and chill, but like actually chilling. And that is true. Like, there is no sign that loves food as much as a Taurus, and they're very like, the men are usually pretty like average height, broad shoulders, and very boyish, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna have another sandwich. But your first impression of him when you're meeting him, besides the stereotype, might be that he's very introverted and easygoing, which is true. But as you get to know him better, you will start noticing that he has this like very stubborn side to him, but also a very romantic side. Like, he might take a while to open up and to trust you, but when he does, he's the sweetest boy around. If I were to use only one word to describe a Taurus, it would definitely be sturdy. He is a teammate who's always there, doing his job, pulling his load, and even more than that. He might not be a leader, he might need a little kick in the ass sometimes, but he will show up every single day. But he does need a kick in the butt. Like, yes, he is hardworking. He's also a strong relaxer. He works 9 to 5, he works hard, goes home, wants to just cook a meal, watch Netflix, and be in bed by 10. Like, that's the Taurus. Now, he said that he'll build the IKEA furniture, and yes, that is because he's a valuable team member who's always there doing his job and who really wants to contribute and is sweet and caring. But it's also because he's actually very handy. Tauruses are really good with their hands. Insert dirty joke here, but they are good with their hands. My guess would be that it's a combination of their physical strength being very sturdy, robust build, and also their mind being very patient, that they actually take the time to learn things, to figure it out, and to read the instruction manual. I think that's why Tauruses are so handy. And they're an earth sign, you know, so they're like slow and steady on the race, detail oriented. A Taurus is earth. They're like level-headed. They're like, you know what? I got this, babe, okay? Just sit down. I got this. And they might take a little time, but they will do the job well. But he does live at a slow pace. You will have to drag this man out of the house. And he's also sort of slow in other ways, like with his emotions, it takes him a while to get angry. But when he gets angry, it also takes him a while to not be angry anymore. He's more of a long-term angry kind of person. It takes time for him to open himself up again and to release that emotion. You will really have to try in order to make him upset. But when he is upset, you gotta give him space. And remember, he's introverted. He's got a lot of stuff going on in his head. So he just needs time and space to just process emotions. Okay, I feel almost awkward saying this, but it must be said because it's an integral part of Taurus's personality. He is a very sensual type. Taurus men are the men who are the most driven by their senses. They love a good appearance, they love smells, they love food, like they love experiencing the world and feeling things. So they love perfumes. They love dressing nice but not flashy, but just like nice. They love when a girl does that. Also, you know, they are the sign that cares the most about food. They're very sensual, slow, and feeling. But more than anything, they love their routine. Getting him out of his comfort zone is something that takes a while because he really wants to do the same thing every day, and preferably the same thing as his parents does, and that is parents that their parents did before them. He's very traditional, very generation oriented, very family oriented, and very like white picket fence. To sum up, traditional, attentive, understanding, reliable, unwavering, and sensual. Now, if you want to know how to get a Taurus man for yourself, then definitely subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I will see you in 3 days back here with a video on how to get a Taurus to fall in love with you. Until next time, I will see you later. Bye!